Hey, what's going on, everybody? Leigh Dickey here, comedian, actor, producer, reviewer, and welcome to the Leigh Dickey TV YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload. Please do follow me on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Leigh T. Dickey, and visit my official website, leightdickey.com. If you would, please subscribe to both my podcasts, the Beats and Speaks podcast and Yo Nostalgia. Please do comment, like, subscribe, and share on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts as well. Please and thank you. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. That really helps us out a lot. But thanks for tuning in to the Leigh Dickey TV YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Now let's get on to today's video. Today we feel the wrath of man. I review the trailer for the upcoming Jason Statham movie right now. Alright, so Wrath of Man, the latest film in the filmography of everybody's favorite anti-hero, Jason Statham. Now, I'm not knocking this, but Jason Statham has basically made a career out of playing the anti-hero, the bad guy that you root for. So this is just another one of those films, or at least that's what it looks like. Wrath of Man, stars Jason Statham, Josh Hartnett, Laz Alonso, and a slew of others. But Jason Statham pretty much stars as H, a man who I suppose was trying to leave his old life behind, but is roped back in when he is shot and his son is shot and killed, all within sort of the same sequence. And he goes on this sort of killing spree to avenge his son's death and or get revenge on those that killed his son. Now, like I said, Josh Hartnett and Laz Alonso also star. How the trailer starts is it sort of starts in the middle, right? It's almost like a flashback sequence where Jason Statham, it starts kind of with him getting a job as an armored car guard, because I suppose that the people that perpetrated his son's murder and or death, people that are responsible, like to hold up and rob armored cars. So I suppose he figured that that was a good place to start. Now, in watching this trailer, I'm probably wrong on this front, but he gets his firearm, his handgun, from, I guess, Holding or whoever is in charge, basically someone who works for the company that he took a job at as an armored car guard, and kind of implies so if I encounter machine guns and I've got a handgun here, am I gonna run into a problem? And the guy kind of sniffs back do you have a problem? He's like, well, I don't know, do I? And it just, for me, I think that's probably one of the funniest things in the trailer. And the film isn't meant to be a comedy. It's an action film, and Jason Statham stars in it as the anti-hero again. So he almost sets this up where he knows what armored cars, Jason Statham, he knows what these antagonists in the film, what these sort of evil people that killed his son are going to hit. He knows which cars are going to get hit, and it almost comes across as though he wants it to be set up that way. So he goes to these heists or goes to where these armored trucks are being held up, and just obliterates everybody. He tells his partners, or one partner that I see in the trailer that he's with, stay in the truck, just leave this to me. And he just he throws a crook one bag of money. Crook's like, hey, next time get it in the truck. And he's like, yeah, sorry, and then just kind of, very quickly chucks one bag, shoots like within a split second, and the guy drops dead, and then he just starts systematically picking off these guys that are holding up the armored car. And these guys that are holding it up, and even I think some of his coworkers are like, hey, who is this guy? Like, what's his deal? Right? And he starts to get some heat on him, at least from what I can see. So it all basically seems to lead down a road of Jason Statham avenging his son's death in this movie, and just going back to that old life that he had, where he did some things that he probably wasn't proud of, killed a few people that he probably thought didn't need to be killed, and it just comes across as like this plot of, I'm getting revenge because you killed my son, which is practically every Jason Statham film, at least to my memory. I don't remember the last time. Actually, well, that's not true. I actually do remember the last time I saw a Jason Statham film in theaters. That was Hobbs and Shaw. Now, of course, Jason Statham is known for his roles in The Transporter and its sequel, or at least the first sequel. And then you had Crank, and then there was Death Race, Deckard Shaw in the Fast and Furious franchise. He has made a career out of being the anti-hero, and it's worked for him. I mean, he has that look. The guy's in his 50s. He's in amazing shape. But this is typical, like, Jason. Honestly, when I saw the trailer, and I'm not trying to be mean or say anything negative about it. I thought it was legitimately a direct to VOD, like video on demand, or direct to DVD release, because that's the way it looked. I know that Statham and Guy Ritchie have worked together multiple times previously, but from what I can gather, it's just your typical Jason Statham film. Something happens, he goes on a revenge type of killing spree, pop, 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 bullets fly everywhere, and I don't hate it. I mean, will I see it? Probably. I'll get my hands on it somehow. I will watch this film, just because I am a fan of Jason Statham, and sort of, like, if I want something, I don't even want to say in the background, but if I want to watch something to just not think to, if it's something that's simple enough, like these films are, then yeah, I'll watch it. But it's, Jason Statham stars as H, not even a full name, just H, a single letter of the alphabet. I suppose that's like secret code name or what have you, just because he doesn't want to be found out. But Jason Statham stars as H, goes undercover or incognito, however you want to put this, gets in with an armored car company because I guess he figures that the people that killed his son they hold up armored cars, and he knows the routes, and deliberately sets these things up to be robbed. At least that's what it seems like, and that's what it looks like. And he just goes on a giant shooting / killing spree, and then that is basically the film. And bullets fly everywhere, there's blood, and it's your typical, like, bang bang shoot 'em up action film, Jason Statham anti-hero type thing. But it is cool to see Guy Ritchie and Jason Statham work together again. But those are my thoughts on the Wrath of Man trailer. I will link the trailer in the cards and in the description. Thanks again for watching. I've been Leigh Dickey, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace! Thanks for tuning in to Leigh Dickey TV on YouTube. Please remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share as well. Please do subscribe to both my podcasts, the Beats and Speaks podcast and Yo Nostalgia, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or your favorite podcast app and player of choice. Leave us a 5-star rating and review as well. Follow the fun on social media at Leigh T. Dickey. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And find out more information about me on my official website, leightdickey.com. All the links are in the description and show notes
down below. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Leigh Dickey, comedian, actor, producer, reviewer, and we will see you next time. Peace!